Hi everyone. Let me walk you through how your course is set up in Blackboard. When you log into our class in Blackboard, you will see the navigation bar across the top. The main thing that you're going to want to access is content. That's going to have the majority of things for this class. There's also a calendar, which you can choose to display by day or by month. And the calendar has your due dates in it. So those can be a helpful way for you to figure out what's due for each week. There's a link to announcements, discussions, gradebook will have your grades. There is a place for you to send a message to me, and it will forward the message to my email so that I'll make sure to see it. We're not really doing anything with groups in here. So the main thing I want to show you is content. There's a course entry quiz, which is required for you to remain having access to the class. So make sure you do that first. There's a link to the course materials. So depending on whether you have Eagle Advantage or not, you'll be purchasing or getting your materials through Eagle Advantage. There's a folder for getting started. It has a little welcome message, a page for your syllabus, which you can view either inline or you can download it with the download button. There is a folder about test scheduling. It has some test scheduling information in it, and a link to Smarter Proctoring for you to actually do the scheduling. So your exams are going to be taken in person at Wake Tech at one of several e-learning testing centers, and you will need to schedule your test ahead of time. So make sure you take a look at that test scheduling information right away. There's information about where you can find the due dates. There's several different ways to find them. They're listed in the schedule, which is found in the syllabus. Each folder in Blackboard has the dates for the week listed, and the due date would be the end of that week that's listed, which will usually be a Friday at 11:59 p.m. I showed you that calendar in Blackboard, and many of your assignments will be in WebAssign, and you can look at the due dates in WebAssign, but there's also some additional assignments that are only in Blackboard. So you should check out Blackboard first, and then you can click on the links in Blackboard to get to WebAssign. But make sure you're looking at all of the things in Blackboard because some of them are only there. There's a folder for handy resources and links, some study suggestions, information about peer tutoring, so you can get free tutoring from your peers who have taken the course and can help you with it. There's Tutoring and Learning Center, which provides free tutoring at Wake Tech. Really, really helpful. I've given you a copy of the periodic table that's going to be provided on the exams. I've given you some documents provided by WebAssign. There's some supplemental data, constants and factors, which you will have to reference for some problems in WebAssign, and the official WebAssign periodic table, which will be the one that you want to use when solving problems in WebAssign. Because the average atomic mass for the elements is rounded to different places depending on which periodic table you use. So you want the one specifically from WebAssign for solving WebAssign problems so that you have the correctly rounded number for the WebAssign problems. There is a link to the textbook. It is a free online textbook, OpenStax Chemistry Atoms First. And so there's a link to the textbook in general, and then I also have individual links in the weekly folders. Similarly, I have a list of my lecture videos in YouTube, a playlist, but I'll also have the individual videos in the weekly folders for you to find. And there's a link to the Mathematics and Science Division policies. So the course is arranged by units. Each unit covers the material for one exam. So Unit 1 covers chapters 1 and 2, and then there will be a Unit 1 exam. Then Unit 2 covers chapters 3 and the first half of chapter 4, and there will be a Unit 2 exam, and so on. So if we expand the Unit 1 module, then we can find folders for each of the weeks for Unit 1. Week 1 runs from Monday, August 18th through Friday, August 22nd. And I've listed everything that you will actually have to turn in. So there's a Getting Started quiz, Chapter 1, Part 1 homework. You'll have to order your lab kit, and there's a safety lab, which will not be using the lab kit. So within the folder, I have a link to that WebAssign Getting Started quiz for you to take after exploring all of the Getting Started section of Blackboard. There is a link to the sections of the textbook that you'll need to read for Chapter 1, Part 1. There is the Chapter 1, Part 1 slides, which you'll be able to have access to. You can download them or you can view them in line. And those are good for following along with the lecture videos if you want to print them out and take notes on them. So I have made lecture videos for each of the portions of the textbook that we're covering. So you would click on the YouTube video to watch it. And I have them broken down into relatively small chunks. For example, this one is 5 minutes, 29 seconds, so that you can really digest what you're watching and take it in before moving on to another video. So I have those videos for the week. And again, I recommend printing out the slides and taking notes on them. There's also, in this particular one, a link to a video that I reference in the lecture videos. There is a poll question key. Within the lecture videos, there are some questions that I ask. They are multiple choice, and the idea is that you would pause the video, work on the question yourself, and then resume the video to see if you got the right answer. So I do have the answers to those also listed here in the poll question key. And if it's a calculational question, I have written out the exact steps for how you solve the problem. There's a link to the homework in WebAssign. So you could click on that link and do the homework. You will also need to order your lab kit. So that will be by ordering a voucher from the bookstore, which you then redeem on the Carolina Biological website. And so this is going to take a fair amount of time. You'll want to make sure if you're ordering your voucher online, it's going to be sent to you on paper in the mail. So you'll have to wait for that mail to come to get the voucher number. And then you'll order the kit on the Carolina Biological website, and it will take more time for Carolina Biological to actually ship your kit to you. So make sure that you order those kits right away. I also have some optional worksheets and keys in most of the folders. So I have the worksheet, and then right after it, I list the key that's associated with it. So just like with the poll question keys, I don't recommend looking at the key while you're doing the problems. work the problems first, and then if you get stuck or if you want to check your answers, then consult the keys. And that's going to be the best way for you to learn. Learning usually requires a little bit of struggle. So if you're just kind of just lazily looking at the key while you're doing the problems, you're not going to have that struggle that's needed. Just like if you're exercising at the gym, you have to go through a little bit of struggle at the gym to actually get those muscles to do the work they need to do to get stronger. So each week has these same types of things in it. The week is listed on the folder, and that last day that's listed is the due date at 11:59 p.m. So your assignments for week 1 will be due at 11:59 p.m. on Friday, August 22nd. So similarly, week 2 has the link to the textbook, the slides for you to print out and take notes on, the lecture videos, poll question key, the homework for that section. I have some assignments that are there to sort of enhance your understanding of some different topics, give you some different perspectives. So on week 2, you'll have a homework, you'll have an assignment, and you'll have a lab. And your lab for week 2 also does not require the lab kit yet. We're expecting it to take a little bit of time to get to you. So that introduction to graphing lab you'll be able to complete without your kit. But starting in week 3 with the measurement and uncertainty lab, you'll need to have your kit. So make sure that you order that right away. There's also a folder about your exams. So exam 1, which is going to be based on everything that you've learned in Unit 1. It will cover chapters 1 and 2. And it will be taken at the e-learning testing center. I have some study guides for you. Those study guides have kind of an outline of the chapter as well as some equations for you to memorize. So make sure you at least look at the list of equations to memorize at the end of each of the study guides. And the exams will be taken at the e-learning testing center, but it will be taken on a computer. So the exams will be in WebAssign, but they'll be monitoring you at the e-learning testing center to make sure that you're not cheating. But those exams will be accessed by coming to this folder. So you would click on exam 1, you'd click on exam 1 chapters 1 and 2, the actual WebAssign link, and that would take you to WebAssign for the exam. And you will not be able to access it without a password. That password will be provided by the people running the e-learning testing center. So you have to actually go there and take the test. And again, I have a link to that test scheduling information and the Smarter Proctoring scheduling to make it handy for you to schedule those. I do recommend scheduling it well in advance. If you know what your schedule is going to be like, I would schedule them all at the beginning of the semester so that you don't have to worry about missing a scheduling deadline. Because those testing slots can fill up, especially if there's a particular location that you prefer for your testing. So that's mainly how Blackboard is laid out. You'll have those various assignments due each week. Usually on Fridays at 11:59 p.m. will be those due dates. I recommend doing them as much ahead of time as possible. I have each week starting on the Saturday after that Friday that the previous one was due. So if you're someone who is working on weekdays, then I recommend getting all your stuff done the prior weekend. So you can have access to those. It's all already in Blackboard for you to do. Ahead of time, you can work ahead. The only thing you can't work ahead on is the exams. Those do have a particular testing window. For example, exam one, you have from Saturday, September 6th through Tuesday, September 9th to take that exam at the e-learning testing center. But everything except the exams can be worked ahead. So if you know that you're going to be out of town for a little bit, or something you know is going to be making you really busy, you can get those things done ahead of time and make sure that you're not missing your due dates. I do also reward getting things done ahead of time for anything that's in WebAssign, which is most of your stuff. If you get it done more than 24 hours in advance, then you get a 5% bonus. So I do recommend working ahead whenever possible. You can contact me through email. You can contact me through messages, which will go to my email. I am happy to help you. If you have any questions about how anything is laid out, let me know. This is my first time using the Blackboard Ultra for teaching online. I've used the regular Blackboard for teaching online before, but I've had to basically re-import all of my materials, redo all of my links. So if for some reason something is not making sense, like if it says a particular date in the schedule in the syllabus and that doesn't match the date that's in Blackboard or WebAssign, let me know and I'll make sure to get those fixed. But hopefully things should run pretty smoothly, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have.